My name is Father Tom Carzon. I'm an oblate of the Virgin Mary, and Deacon Paul Callell is another member of our community completing his studies, preparing for priestly ordination later this year. And part of our mission as oblates of the Virgin Mary is to give the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius, our founder, Venerable Bruno Lanteri, back in the 19th century, found in the spiritual exercises a powerful way of helping people find the purpose and meaning of their lives. And one of the things St. Ignatius puts at the beginning of those exercises is a meditation called the principle and foundation. It says that everything was created to help you praise, reverence, and serve God, and by that means to come to the fullness of life. So everything in your life, everything around you, everything you experience, in some way is meant to help bring you closer to God. Therefore, you should use everything that comes, whatever possessions or material things that you have, whatever talents or gifts, even whatever experiences that go on in your life. You can use those things to give praise, reverence, and glory to God. But also, any of those things can become an obstacle in our way. So Ignatius says we should be ready to let go of anything inasmuch as it keeps us from drawing close to God and keeps us from that happiness that we were made for. As I heard the first reading today, that principle and foundation came to mind. King Belteshazzar, he takes these vessels that came from the temple of the Lord. He stole them from the temple of the Lord. They're just gold and silver vessels, cups and bowls and things. They're just material items. But they were made and formed to praise and worship and glorify God. That was the intention of their makers, of the craftsmen. That was the intention of the faithful who used them to worship God. But what a terrible thing that he not only stole them from the temple, but now he takes these things destined for the glory of God and he uses them not even for a noble purpose. He uses them for an ignoble purpose, just pulls them out for this wild party with his court. It should be heartbreaking for us to hear that these vessels meant for the glory of God are being used, they're being desecrated in such a terrible way. But you know what? Whenever we sin, we do that. We take some precious gift that's destined to help bring us to God, and we twist it, we misuse it. The fact is, anything in our lives, any possession, any gift, any talent, and any experience in our lives is capable of bringing us closer to God. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could see everything in your life today and see how it could help you draw close to God and draw close to that happiness that you were made for? By God's grace, that is possible for us to do. But for those times where we've taken those gifts of God and we've misused them so that they become, instead of an instrument, they become an obstacle between us and God. It's not because of the thing itself, but it's because of the way that we can use those things. Wouldn't it be great if today we could take every detail of our lives, everything in our hands, or anything that we need to let go of in our lives today, and we could find in everything something to bring us closer to God, to give praise and glory to God, as we sang in the psalm, because that's what we were made to do. We were made to give praise and glory to God who created us.